Okay, whether you feel like you're winning in life or losing in life, the most important thing is to always have gratitude for those things that are keeping you winning or keeping you losing. What I mean by that is, if you're constantly in a state of not being grateful for the things you have or the things you've accomplished, you'll never be happy, you'll never be content at all. It doesn't matter if you're out there achieving every single dream you ever wanted, every single goal you ever had, you absolutely smashed it, got that, grabbed that. If you can't be grateful for how far you've come and what you've accomplished, you'll never be happy, because gratefulness is the key to being happy, as well as gratitude. Another example of that right there is, people will consistently strive for things, chase after things, and once they get it, they just go after the next thing. So for example, if my goal, all I want right now is to buy a house, I want to save up all my money, buy a house, strive for that every single day. I wake up, I get excited to go to work, or I push through work even though I hate it, just to buy this house. And then as soon as I buy this house, the novelty wears off, and I'm no longer grateful for the journey I went through, the work I put in, all the hard times, all the hard hours. I immediately think, instead of this 2-bedroom house I just did before, I want a 3-bedroom house, a 4-bedroom house, a house with more land, whatever. Because I'm constantly keeping myself in the state of wishing and wanting instead of being thankful for what I have. Meanwhile, and it's also where a part of, like, you don't have awareness for your past self, because your past self will be so grateful and so thankful for everything you have now, because it seems so unattainable back then. But now in this present moment, you're so disconnected from your old self. You're so forward thinking about the future and what I want later on, that you're unable to be happy, because you don't even have that own sense of what you wanted back then that makes you feel like you accomplished something. Because as humans, all we want to do is accomplish things for ourselves, for our friends, for our family, to feel like we have value, like we've done things, like we have a positive influence in the world, to ourselves, everyone around us, their lives as well. And so as every day you wake up, you got to just remember the things you want. And that's why I think a good idea is to write down 5 things you're grateful for now, and then 5 things you want in the future. Because as you can kind of keep this, this notebook going through, as you get later in life, even if it's a week down, a month down, a year down, you'll see that, pages back before, the 5 things that you wanted, you currently have now. Whether that's things with school, things with a job, things with relationships, friendships, yada, yada. It's just changing your mindset of being grateful for what you have, but then building that healthy mindset where you can be grateful for what you have right now, but still want to strive for more and strive for better. You just have to have a healthy relationship with it. You know what I'm saying? You got to tell yourself, I'm proud of myself. I have, great skills. I'm great at this. I'm a hard worker. I'm disciplined because I was able to do all this. But because I have these skills, that means I want to accomplish things that are even greater than what I have. But that does not demean the value of what I currently have right now. Because if I could go back months ago, years ago, I would die to have what I have right now. And that right there, the whole idea of wanting more, chasing after more, not being thankful for what you have now, that a lot of it is the root of why so many people are unhappy in life now. Especially in a world of social media, you have TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, everything. People are displaying you their best parts of their life and not giving you the negatives. You're not seeing them cry in the bathroom. You're not seeing them fighting with their boyfriend, fighting with their girlfriend, getting left behind by their best friend, them having to go through grief, because they're not displaying that to the world. They don't want you to know that. They want you to think that this perfect person has a perfect life, and they're so much happier than you. They're so much prettier than you. They make way more money than you. They're way better than you. Because for some reason, human beings, social media has become this constant competition. It's no longer, let's build up, let's make things great, let's teach people things, let's work together, let's connect. It's just, I want to flex on you. I want to be better than you. I want to show you what this nice watch I have, this nice car I have, like how pretty I am, how yada yada. You know what I'm saying? And that right there is it just shows that, like, it can get your brain in this mindset of what I have means nothing. What I have, because you also realize what I have is because of what I've done. So what I have done has led me to have nothing, because this person has way more than me, which means that I am worth nothing. Because if I can't accomplish the things this person's accomplished, if I don't have the car this person has, if I don't have the friends this person has, if I don't have all these things this person has, then what am I? It just means I'm a loser, because I can't be them. I want to be them. I want to be as happy as them. I want to smile like them. I want to have this car. I want to have all these things, and I don't have it. But here's the key thing right here. If you could make an Instagram page of yourself right now, maybe it's like even small things it could be. You find like an Instagram page of you in your car, you on some vacation, you and your boyfriend, you and your girlfriend, you and your best friend, you and your family. And then you, a year ago, 2 years ago, 6 months ago, whatever it is, could go and find that same Instagram page of you right now, but didn't know it was you, but it was the same experiences. You would think the same thing right there. You'd be like, wow, I'm so jealous of that person right there. I wish I had what they had. But it was you. At the whole time, though, you just don't have this awareness to realize that I am that person. What I have done has got me to this point. And I'm not in a competition with anybody around me, because these people don't really, like, they matter if you care about them, but at the end of the day, they don't really matter. It's the only person in here is you. I mean, obviously you want to, spread kindness and be a good person. But if you're not happy, if you're destroying your own self identity to try to, like, I don't know, look for people like, oh, they're so great, there's this, they're that. It's like you need to stop trying to idolize people that aren't you, because I mean they might give you a good idea of where you want to get to in life and a good plan. You can look up to them, but the whole like obsessing over, I wish I was them, I wish I had their life, I wish I had these aspects. No, you don't wish that. You need to, and even if you do wish that, you need to kind of try to reflect and go back and work. In my last video, I talked about working on being alone. You know, you work on being alone because you can figure so many things out about yourself that you don't know before. You figure out that this exact thing right here, you figure out that you need to work on being so much more grateful and having so much more gratitude for everything in your life. Because even if you feel like there's nothing in your life at all, even if you feel like your life is in total shambles, you're at rock bottom, you're 0 out of 100, and there's nothing going on, you still have so much going on that you're overlooking. Because in the day, if you're watching this right here, you have some form of access to YouTube, which is, I mean, that's the luxury right there, a privilege in this world. You're able to breathe, you're able to do so many things. You can find at least 10 things that you're so grateful for. I mean, think about people right now that are struggling severely, even if you're one of the people. So the fact that we have life's a gift because we only get one. I mean, for you to get here was a miracle in a sense. And whether you believe in God or not, there's so many things going on in the world. It's a miracle through God or a miracle through, I don't know, life, if that's what you believe, science, Big Bang, whatever. The whole thing right there, all it is just probability. The odds of you getting here are so low. So for you to spend your entire life wishing you were someone else, something else, in a different spot, different place, that's a travesty to God, to the Big Bang, whatever you believe, because it took so many factors for you to get here right now. And if you're going to wish your life away wishing you were someone else, something else, it's just, you got to focus on who you are, and what you did to get here, because everyone deserves to be thankful for themselves, grateful for themselves. Even if you're at rock bottom, the only way you're going to build yourself up is by appreciating who you are and where you are. And that's just one thing. That's the lesson for today. Focus on just, I don't know. I think that's a pathway to self-love too. Everyone talks about like self-love. I want to love myself. How can you love yourself if you're not grateful for what you have? Because everything you have all comes back to where you're coming from, because life's coming from you. Life's not just, you're not riding a wave. You are the wave of life. Like you're bringing everything that's happened is all parts of your actions, decisions, everything that is all because of you, and for the better or for the worse. But at the end of the day, gratefulness is inside of you, because you've gotten yourself to this point right now. You're still alive. You're still doing it. You still have so much time ahead of you to change things positively, to go through life, try this, try that, try that. I don't know. Just focus on not worrying so much about wishing you were someone else or something else, and be grateful for what you have right now. Because you 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever, would be so grateful and so happy for so many things you have in your life right now, and you're not even realizing it, and you're not even thinking about it, because we live in a world where people are constantly chasing after things they can't have, and snapshots of people's lives that aren't even realistic and aren't, accurate to their day-to-day whatsoever. So hope you guys like this message today. Hope it uplifted you, and just focus on today and tomorrow and for years after. Just be grateful for yourself, be grateful for your life, be grateful for so many of the luxuries that we have that we take for granted. Thank you.